Nether gaming hard drive, but this one is a 2 terabyte SSD. So what does that mean is it should be fairly budget friendly, and you get the SSD. A lot of people don't like these spinning hard drives because they think they're going to go out or go bad over time. And not to mention the SSD just is a way faster drive. So when you're scanning through your thousands and thousands of games that this thing is going to include on it, which, by the way, does everything from Atari all the way up to PlayStation 3, and then has quite a few PC games on here as well, even like Elden Ring and quite a few others. And so it has a good variety, but we are limited by those 2 terabytes of space, so that will be the limitation. So let's unbox this, and then we'll see all the different game collections that's included on it. In this box here, it's a nice little 2.5 enclosure, and I went ahead and opened it up, and I took the screws out already, but it kind of sits in like this with the screws facing down. That's what it looks like inside. But so I'm going to pick it up just so you can see what all is included here. You can see it's got a SanDisk module on there, and on the back here it says SATA 2.5 terabyte. And then if you look really close, right above the pins, it says 2 terabyte there. And SM133. So in case you're curious what kind of quality you're getting, that is what you're getting. So I'll flip this up. It comes with a little adapter here that then has your USB-C to go to your computer, and then power to power the hard drive. Here are the PC game offerings. It looks like it has Animal Well, some indie games here, Battletoads Remake, Brotato, Buckshot Roulette, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, the Capcom Fighting Collection, some cat games, Chicken Police, Cuphead, and Cyberpunk, Dark Souls 1 and 2, 1 is remastered, Dave the Diver, Dead Cells, Do Not Feed the Monkeys, Double Dragon remakes, Elden Ring is on here, wow. Final Fantasies, Ghost, Director's Cut, Hades 1 and 2, Inside, Katana Zero, Limbo, some more indie games, The Phantom Pain, Monument Valley, Ninja Gaiden 2, here's the Ori games, both of them, P4G, Pizza Tower, Plague, and Portal 2. A lot of people always ask, does it have Portal 2? Yes, it does. Prototype 2, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, Resident Evil 2 and 4, Shawarma Legend, Smurfs Karting, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Witcher 3, The Last of Us Part 1, King of Fighters 2002, 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle remakes, Stardew Valley, Subnautica Below Zero, Titanfall 2, some more indie games, and Yoku's Island Express. It's like a pinball type game. So quite a few PC games to check out here. So on the Launchbox side here, we got PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. So the PlayStation 5 is just computer games. I'll play around with PlayStation 4. We'll see what's going on there. So first off, we got 3DO. We got 36 3DO games. Microsoft Xbox. There's also a fix to get them working, but there's 98 games here. So a nice little Microsoft Xbox throwback collection here. Obviously not all the games, but not bad. Xbox One games, we have a total of 11 here. But again, these are just the PC games because all these games are in the PC version as well. So I think you click these, it just reroutes to the PC version. Nintendo 64, every single Nintendo 64 game should be on here. So every single one. You won't be missing out on anything, even some Japanese games as well. NES, over 1,700. So this is going to be homebrews, hacks, US, Japanese. A lot of filtering here. I think you could filter from here. View, show, and hide. You could hide certain games. There's definitely a way to sort this if somebody's wondering, like, oh, I don't want to have to go through all 1,700 of these Nintendo games. Another thing, you can always use the search functionality in the upper left to find a specific game. GameCube, 104. Bloody roar right there. 104, which is a lot. So, large GameCube collection here. Love to see that. And this is where the SSD is doing really well. Is if you notice, all this box art loaded really quickly. Nintendo Switch, probably not a lot. Like full-size games here. There's a lot of small indie games here, but bigger games. You got Animal Crossing, Bayonetta 2, Zelda, and Super Mario Odyssey. Kind of lacking, honestly, on the Nintendo Switch. I would like to see, the other Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and then also the other Super Mario Wonder, also Super Mario. So only 4 games. So let me see. Hopefully these games are in retro bat too. We'll see. Nintendo Wii U 4 games. Does have Super Mario Kart 8 there. Dreamcast 129. A decent Dreamcast collection. It's going to give you a lot of them. Not every single one, but most of them. Sega Genesis is going to be all your Sega Genesis games. That's good to see. Sega Saturn 108. It's going to be a lot of them. Defcon 5, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, your sports games, SimCity, Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2, and WrestleMania, the arcade game. PS1, you got 491 PlayStation games. Not crazy. I've seen it up to 1,000. So about half the collection here. And even comes with some Game Shark cartridges as well. That's why that's not loading up here. PS2, you got 211 games. So that's a nice collection there. PS3, only 11. We're going to have to see if there's more somewhere else. PS4, again, these are computer games. There's a PS4 emulator, but these are just running off the PC versions. Same with Sony PS5. Sony PSP, 100 games. Not that crazy. Not a massive collection. But that is true. This is only a 2 terabyte. I keep forgetting that it's a smaller, and then all the Super Nintendo games are here. So we have seen the Play Night with all the PC games and the PS4, PS5 that they put in there. And then we just saw the Launchbox, and you can run big box as well. And that Launchbox is where most of the banger games are going to be. That's going to be your Nintendo Switch, your Dreamcast, your Nintendo 64, all that good stuff. And then here it's like an arcade slash portables area is what I would call it. And so you're going to have your Game Boy Advance. You have over 4,000 games here. There's only like 1,200 games for Game Boy Advance. So that's going to include some Japanese games and some homebrews as well. You can always hit start on your controller or select and search through the collection so you can get to something really much quicker. You can also hit the triggers on your controller and go up and down. I am just searching for the Pokemon games here, and you can see Game Boy Advance. We do have the Ruby and Sapphire on there. In Game Boy, you have over 1,000 games, and then Game Boy Color, you have even more. And Game Boy Regular, you do have Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, and Pokemon Yellow. You also have all the Super Mario lands, including Wario Land as well. So most of the collections are going to be in there. You don't have to worry about that. Game & Watch, you get about 60. Before that, you have Family Computer System. PC Engine, you have a couple hundred. Lynx, you have there. And then Mame is a big collection. It's over 900. It's like 1,900. And massive collection here. It does have the Verse games by Nintendo. It's going to have your platformers, the X-Men game, The Simpsons, all those, the WrestleMania games. It has Ultimate Street Fighter. It's going to have or Ultimate Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter Turbo and everything in between. So pretty large collection here. And everything seems to be running really well, and it's optimized. The Retro Bat here has a custom intro video, and it's running pretty well. Here's a brief look at the Mame selection here. And now it's time for the game. So here you go, WrestleMania, playing as Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. You can see it's running no problem using I'm using an Xbox One controller actually today. I usually use an Xbox 360 controller, but as you see, it's running no problem whatsoever. That was the Mame emulator. Staying on the Mame emulator here, we've got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. You've got these bezels on the left and the right. The coin button is select. Start is to get you into the game. And we're having no issues whatsoever with Mame. You can absolutely turn on shaders and you have full adjustability to the game that you like. It's just running it on Mame, so retro arch, so you can change all that stuff. Down Bust-A-Move, this is Neo Geo. Just wanted to play a Neo Geo game, make sure that the Neo Geo was working well, but King of Fighters is gonna work, Metal Slug's gonna be on there. A lot of really cool games for the Neo Geo, and you can see the little bezel on the left and the right. Wanted to test the Nintendo Switch emulator here. This is the Meat game, and it's like an obstacle game, and running no issues. I also played Super Mario Odyssey that you can't see, and that ran no problem. Also, it's nice you'll have the Nintendo Switch emulator, so you can add your own games as well. You can always add and delete games as you wish, transfer games, that all is available to you. Moving on to the Nintendo 64, again, you got the bezels. You can see it's running really great. A lot of people ask what are the minimum specifications for something like this. You probably want at least an i5 processor and like a light dedicated GPU, or a new processor that has a really good iGPU in it, meaning like the processor GPU combo is fairly powerful enough. I made a couple videos on low performing computers and getting them up and running again. You can absolutely use that. So final thoughts, here we are, PlayStation 3 running just fine. Final thoughts, it's another option for all. I think a lot of people are gonna like that it's an SSD instead of a spinning hard drive. As you saw, I mean, I have to remember that 2 terabytes is not a lot of space, especially for like the PC games that are on here. Those are taking up a ton of space. And so that's why you're not gonna have these huge collections of like every single PS1, PS2 game ever out there. So it is kind of a price to what you get balance here. And that's gonna be the main driving decision for a lot of you. If you want more, there's a 12 terabyte hard drive out there that really just gives you everything, but it's going to be a spinning drive. So you just got to, make your decision on what you like, what you don't like. And remember, you can always build something like this yourself for free going online. But that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.